the book I'm reading in a minute, it's talking about time and how time is just like an illusion. It's like time itself is something like time on your watch. It's when we constructed like our monkey brains to be able to like comprehend.
Keep track of the day.
Yeah, exactly. But time, if you imagine it like it's space like a continuum. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, like you've got the one like yeah.
So we imagine that the future hasn't happened yet. The present is the only thing that's happening right now. The past has happened, but everything's happening at the exact same time. The past, the present, and the future, all at the same time. And the way to imagine it is like you're on a train, and so you're going on this train track. You can't turn back. You can't change direction. You're just going along this train, and you can't hop off. You can't just stop the train because we can't stop. We can't manipulate time. We don't know how to. Maybe in the future we'll be able to, but that's what time is. It's like it's not like 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock. It's everything's happened at the exact same time.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Which is really weird to think about. Which is sort of like I was thinking like, does that mean that fate's real? If we're on this like this continuum of everything's already happened, does that mean we're on like fate's real?
No.
Do you not believe in fate?
No, I think I do.
Okay.
I don't know.
So you wouldn't agree with that?
No, I don't really know. It's hard to say, but I probably would.
To be fair, I do believe that everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, like it's like going back to the simulation thing. Like everything happens, and then
the lizards have already programmed what's gonna happen.
The UFOs are already coming down for us.
Yeah. What another like an argument to that is like the multiverse. It's like scientists like have proved it where every action, regardless if like even like if a fly changes direction or something, that will create
Like
an entirely new like universe, entirely new like timeline, and it's sort of like the butterfly effect as well. Making like a butterfly's
flaps its
wings causes like a tsunami in another country because it changes like, the wind pattern, and it's just like a knock-on effect.
It's just like one small thing.
So like it's like me deciding to cross a road when a car's coming or not. Am I gonna die or not? So many other things could happen from that.
Yeah.
So like
loads of factors.
Yeah. So we're only like one, but we could be on one predetermined timeline. But like we don't know which one we're on.
Yeah, the whole idea of sort of like free will in itself, and the idea that you can make your own decisions always fucks with me, because
I don't think
with the whole thing of everything happens for a reason, it's not my choice. I was supposed to do this, and if I make a decision that I wasn't supposed to do, I'm probably gonna make a couple more that brings me back.
It's like when someone says you've got a big decision. I think you've already chosen, like it's already been like
decided.
It's already been decided.
Like,
yeah.
You're not making the choice. It's like
it's just coming off.
Set in stone, if that makes sense.
No, yeah, I agree.
That's fair.
That's where religions come in, because like God's their idea is God's planned this for me.
People ask you for guidance. As well.
Yeah. Like God's already planned my whole life out for me. He's gonna give me what I deserve, And
then they don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
But say if you're not religious, then you're constantly, like deeply religious, constantly thinking about like what's
out there.
Yeah, what's out there.
It's the fear of the unknown. When like talking about making big decisions, if you have a difficult decision to make, what is your like method? What do you look?
Stick with your gut feeling.
Yeah.
Don't overthink it.
The first like decision what comes into my head I stick with straight away.
Really?
Yeah. I think I'm quite similar.
Second guess. No
Damn.
regrets.
That's fair.
If you do second guess and it turns out worse, and you're like shit.
Yeah.
But then, and if it does turn out bad, and you think, I should have done the other thing, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. You made that decision.
That's what you're thinking straight away.
Yeah. It was your gut feeling, so you just got to go for it.
Like that's you sort of thing. I think that's your brain
Your
sort of thinking.
instincts.
Your
and also,
own
if you do
instinct.
have a big decision, I never tell anyone else about it.
Really?
Because other people's
opinions.
Yeah, that will
that
that message of decision making.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can't like second guess. You don't have time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, true.
Especially a very big decision is usually going to be you got to choose now.
Yeah, pressure.
Yeah.
What I was going to say was, do you think that your emotions can fuck with you in that sense, though?
Oh yeah.
Like if you're making it like
if you're hot-headed.
Yeah.
Decisions.
Mm-hmm.
So like, do you ever check yourself to think, is this an emotional response or a logical response, or do you just go straight with fuck it, we ball,
It is what it is.
It depends. if it's a big decision when I'm angry or something, I try not to
Yeah.
Make a rash decision.
Yeah, like rational. Yeah.
Mhm.
But most of the time, it's just like it fucking is what it is. Do you know what I mean? Just
Fair.
get on with it.
Yeah.
The whole emotional decision thing, again, in the book I'm reading again, he said that even a rational decision is not completely unemotional. It's not completely logical because there's always some form of emotion motivating that decision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people
100%.
tend, like, it's nice to think that you can make logical decisions and you can try and like think of the whole picture, but we're very distorted in our perceptions
Yeah.
from the whole lives. So there's always some deep, even if we don't realize it, there's always some deep-rooted emotion that influences the decision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get.
Even if I base it logically, there's always like, oh, I want the best to happen of this. So that's an emotion. You want something like the best thing possible to happen. So that's like a desire. So
Yeah.
there's still some emotion behind that. You're not like a robot. Like,
Just straight off.
yeah.
Yeah.
If X happens, Y happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think about that then?
Well, like, there's a saying that you should never make a decision when you're sad, and you should never make a promise when you're happy.
Yeah.
I think I overthink a lot of decisions.
Yeah.
So easily, like it's really
Yeah,
bad because it's
easy
just sort
to.
of it's trying to get the best possible outcome every time.
Yeah.
I do think a lot of people overthink, and even if they say they don't, I would say
Yeah,
they're
every-
still in your
every-
mind,
Yeah, yeah,
clocking over.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
shit.
100%.
Yeah.
Like
And make an emotional decision, like you just said. Then, like when you're sad and say you make a poor decision, like that's when it's wrong. That's when you don't want to be just going, yeah, that's it. Then we'll just
Yeah.
do that. If you just like level-headed, it's just like a normal decision, I would say. And it's even if something little, like deciding what to do, or that's like an alright rational decision. But I would say when emotion comes into play, like if you're sad or if you're angry and you make a decision, like if you're angry and you just start scrapping someone, then that's not a great decision.
Yeah. I think most of the time you also like taking the consequences about what your decision.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, it's easy to like play out every like possible scenario
Yeah.
that could happen. Like it's sort of it's a defense mechanism of the brain because it's like your brain wants to protect itself.
Yeah, the
your,
ego.
your purpose is to survive. It's like, to be able to
Yeah.
carry on the species. So your brain naturally wants to like survival is number one. So it will play out all these different scenarios. Like the worst scenario, because if the worst happens, then you're prepared for it.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why like people struggle with anxiety, because it's just a natural defense mechanism of the brain, but it's different now because it's like it's not like is some saber-toothed tiger gonna jump at me from this bush.
Yeah.
Like so,
Yeah.
like back in that day, you would assume the worst and you run, or
Yeah,
you would
fight or
like,
flight.
or yeah, exactly. But the thing now is like, is my coworker chatting shit about me?
Yeah.
Like that is the sort of like decision now. And that's when you get the anxiety. But like when
You
you look
just
at
think the worst.
yeah, but like it's not the same. It's not like it's not like life or death
Yeah.
nowadays. There's no, am I gonna get eaten alive? It's, is someone chatting shit about
Yeah,
me?
is
you know?
someone gonna like put me on TikTok and slide?
Yeah. It's like that trend though, where like you say, "Why don't you worry?" and then it like zooms out. It's like
yeah.
your city, and it zooms all the way
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
Like,
I like that though.
that is how small that
Nah,
you are.
insignificant.
Yeah,
with
you are
it.
so insignificant.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, you're worth nothing. Don't worry.
Yeah, literally. Don't have dreams.
Yo, thanks for watching this this clip. If you liked watching this, somewhere around the screen will be like the full episode or whatever, and you can go watch that. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like and comment. We'll hopefully see you in the next episode.